Welcome to the channel where fashion meets fragrance. My name is Kevin Samuels, and today's video we have part 1 of a 3-part series. My most complimented designer fragrances of 2017. If you like these kind of videos, cool, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, then turn on notifications for our future video and live stream updates. Show your boys some love. Dum dum! It's that time of the year where I get to talk about my most complimented fragrances from the entire year. Let's be honest guys, it hits exactly what you want to know. You want to know the fragrances that got a lot of compliments, so there's a lot to get into it, so let's get started. Guys, unless you've been living under a rock, I dropped a review on the fragrance primer Canvas and Concrete about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the buzz across Fragcom has been going. Look, bottom line, the stuff works. The stuff works. Go look at the comments, go look at the reviews. I said it worked. People have ordered it, tried it, it works. Check Lucky Scent, you can get it for 20 bucks. Spread here, 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 here. Let it go for about a minute, and then it acts like a fragrance glue. And we're gonna start the list off with a great one. Terre de Hermes. If you've been watching my channel any length of time, you know I recommend this fragrance to most guys. It is a great smelling citrus fragrance that you just can't go wrong with. All the fragrances on this list are going to be bona fide winners, and you really can't go wrong with any of them. It's really going to come down to a matter of personal preference. Which ones would you like to have in your collection, and which ones do you need more of? Terre de Hermes is a great one for sure. Next up, Popeye Eau Fraiche. Good news is this was not discontinued. It came back as Superman. But guys, this is a great warm weather fragrance that plays really well on my skin, especially 80 degrees or more. Popeye Eau Fraiche was an extremely complimented fragrance, especially in those hot summer days. Popeye Eau Fraiche, or Superman. Next up, from Mugler, we have Mughal Era Cologne. You just can't beat a clean, fresh, soapy fragrance. It's always going to be on my list because it always gets so many compliments, especially in the springtime. Springtime staple, Mughal Era Cologne. There's just something about chicken in this fragrance, guys. Dior Homme is a compliment monster on my skin. It's made many of my complimented lists. I talk about this one often. I think everyone needs to own this one. It's part of the 3 kings. Of all of the 3 kings, this is the one that stands out the most as far as sheer compliments. Dior Homme. Next up we have Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. It made my video for Keep On Passing By. I don't pass it by anymore. I got it. Once I got it, guys, I was so happy I did. Compliment monster. Compliment monster. You can't go wrong with this one. But for me, on my skin, it just played much better in the fall and in the first part of the winter. This one, whew, so glad I got it. The lemon meringue pie thing, guys, just can't beat it. Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Great one for compliments. Next up we have Costume National Soul. Some of you may think this should have made the niche list, but for me, I look at fragrances that have a price point of $150 or less. I could have put this on the niche list, guys, but hey, it made my designer list. It is a great fragrance no matter what. Pure sexiness in a bottle. If you haven't smelled it, put your nose on it. If you have smelled it, I'm sure you put your hands on it. Costume National Soul, bona fide compliment monster, and one of 2017's best. Backing up to the house of Dior, I don't have the bottle with me, but Dior Sauvage. Guys, you gotta admit, you just can't beat it. Dior Sauvage is one of the most complimented fragrances of the last couple of years, and I really don't see anything knocking it off its pedestal. It just works year round. Dior Sauvage is just a compliment monster. It is freaking phenomenal. Get it in your life. Back to the house of Chanel, and we have Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Guys, you just can't beat this generic smelling fragrance, but I'm gonna say this, it doesn't smell generic to other people. They just love it. They love it, they love it, they love it. And guys, honestly, it works well as a signature scent. It works well all year round. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, it's a great one for a reason. Highly complimented, and I'm glad to have it on my list and in my collection. Pick it up. Honorable mention goes to Molecular 1, Molecular 2. Both of them are highly complimented. Both of them play an active role. I didn't want to put them in a fragrance spot, but guys, these things are compliment monsters on their own, and they work well in combination with other things. Next up, we have a twofer from the house of Tom Ford. First up, we have Noir Extreme. Noir Extreme, when it came out, I knew I had something special, especially when I wear it in combination with Molecular 1. It is a cool weather monster. Love it, love it, love it. I love it for special occasions, date nights, networking events. Noir Extreme from Tom Ford is incredible. And speaking of incredible, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver Eau de Parfum. The Marlboro Man steps off the billboard. Great signature scent, great year-round scent, grown damn man fragrance. Women find this thing hellified sexy, bona fide boss fragrance. Great signature scent, guys. You just can't go wrong with it, especially if you're over 30. Put this in your life. Tom Ford Noir Extreme, Tom Ford Grey Veteran, two very complimentary fragrances of 2017. Boom! The best designer fragrance on the planet, period. Acqua di Gio Profumo. You knew it was going to make the list. It had to make the list. It's the best designer fragrance on the planet, period. It works so well from 16 to death. It works well from shorts to tuxedo. Guys, best designer fragrance on the planet, period, for a reason. I love this one. People love it. Get it in your collection. Acqua di Gio Profumo. Best designer fragrance on the planet, period, in my opinion. Highly complimented fragrance. Next on the list, we have Thierry Mugler's Pure Malt. Yes, Pure Malt. Pure Malt has been a staple in my collection since it came out. That boozy whiskey fragrance just packs a punch, and it garners compliments year round. I've had some of the most over-the-top compliments with that fragrance. It doesn't matter if it's cool weather, a little bit warmer weather when I wear it in the summer. Yeah, I even wear it in the summer evenings. It just catches the wind, especially outdoors. Pure Malt is just a bona fide winner, and of the Pure line, it's probably my most complimented of them all. From the house of Prada, we have Prada Alone. Prada Alone is the nice guy fragrance, the good guy fragrance. I know YSL Alone is sitting over there with the mad face like, dang, you took my shine, but hey, this is taking that fragrance of the inoffensive office fragrance that can be worn year round because it has that sexy iris note with that masculine leather in it. Yep. Prada Alone is a great fragrance. Signature scent, can be worn by almost any guy, any place, anytime. Highly complimented, very inoffensive, just a great fragrance year-round. Prada Alone. And last on the list, from Parfums Vintage, Pineapple Vintage Intense. Yep, Pineapple Vintage Intense. It made my designer list because of the price point. Easily my most complimented designer of 2017. Not even close. This thing blew everything on the list out of the water by at least 2 to 1. Bonafide compliment monster, can never go wrong wearing this stuff. I can't overspray it. It's a beast mode. I just don't have enough good things to say about it. If you're looking for a really juicy, authentic pineapple fragrance, Pineapple Vintage Intense has got you covered. Wow! Those are my most complimented designer fragrances of 2017. Do me a favor, hit us up in the comments section. Let us know what your most complimented designer fragrances were for last year. Now, of course, your list is going to vary from mine based on the things you wear. I won a lot of fragrances this year. I actually keep track of all this stuff, and those are the ones that worked really well for me. If you like this kind of video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and share it out to anybody that you think can use the information. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Until the next time, talk to you later. By the way, you want to stay connected? Follow me on social media. Links down in the description. Peace, 2 fingers in the mouth. It's your boy. Hey guys, if you want to be your best, look good, smell great, and be your best each and every day, follow the link down in the description and book your one-on-one private Skype consultation. Details in the description. It's up to you. You only have 7 seconds to make that great first impression. You might as well make sure you knock it out of the park.